Yes.
Yeah. So how does cybercrime start? It's just with one link, one URL, and your life can get destroyed, or your might be in a pretty bad state financially. So can you please
Yes.
highlight or enlighten us on cybercrime?
Yeah, I would like to quote Buddha here.
Okay.
Desire is the root cause of all evil. So they want to, buy, as you said, fashionable clothes which are worn by their favorite sports stars or movie stars or whoever.
Yeah.
They don't know that they are wearing that on rent. They think it is real. That is where the
Yeah.
problem is. The
Absolutely.
distinction between real and real, that is not getting registered in the mind of teens.
Yeah.
So they just want to Google that dress and they go to a fashion shopping website, and if you see the price tag, if it is very cheaper, then they think, okay, it is affordable. Movie
Yeah.
star is wearing this, even I can wear this. That
Yes.
mentality creeps in. So
Correct.
they want to buy that. And children, obviously, having Android phone, have GPay or something, and that is where it starts. So
Yeah.
they start sharing their details, their PIN number, and all that. That is where it starts. So this
Yes.
is one form which happens in children.
Yeah.
In adults, it a totally a different story, in the sense, like, you get calls. Latest I think is Swiggy scam, which is all over the news. If you
Yeah.
have a Swiggy account, they say that you have ordered for 5,000 and it is on the way, and they want you to, they send you a code, which OTP, which you are supposed to, one time password, which you are supposed to share it with the delivery guy and all that. And there'll be like multiple calls followed by that. So you get so confused as to, I didn't order anything. Where is all this coming from? Because in that moment, your conscious mind is being directed by the caller. Since
Right.
we all go by the voice, your conscious mind is being directed to various things. And these days, I don't know from where they get our phone numbers from. There is
Yes.
no digital safety, and our phone numbers are linked to Aadhaar, PAN, and
Mm.
everything we
Yeah.
have. So
Yeah.
they keep spinning a story. They put you in a position where nobody can reach you out. So they tell you to lock yourself in a room, telling that they are from some Andheri police, blah blah, something they say. And uh, they say it is dangerous for your family to see what you are doing. The moment they isolate, they target the victim and they extract the pin. The moment
Absolutely.
pin is given, that's it. Your internet and it, usage, it becomes a huge problem.
Yes.
Um, and they all post like some government officials. They
Mm.
take the name of CI, FBI, and all that when they are making these calls. Telecom Department of India. I mean, telecom department does not have anything to do with the mobile phones, I feel, even though
Absolutely.
it comes under that. This is a different level scam altogether. And they
Yeah.
say your number is possessed by a drug dealer or a
Yeah.
money launderer or something
Yeah.
like that, and you will be spending your time in jail. They use such negative statements which impact you so much. You
Yes.
start sweating and you just start listening to what the other person is saying. The moment
Mm.
you know this is a spam number, it is best to block so that you will not have to go through that headache.
Absolutely.
So, or
I can relate.
you can
Yeah.
record the call and send it to the cybercrime. I think 1930 is the number where you can report cybercrime, if
Right.
I'm not wrong.
Yes. 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 Absolutely. So 1930 is the number. You can share
Yeah.
the clippings, audio or video, share that with the cybercrime department, and you can help the society by contributing to curb these kind of cyber crimes from happening. I can relate to most of the points you mentioned, pin sharing or WhatsApp text messages. Your one earlier, I remember 10 years ago or even now, I personally used to receive a lot of messages that you have won 1 million lottery. Please click on this link to claim it. And then the next kind of developments came into picture wherein your other OTP, please share your OTP number so that your other can be retrieved. And also your CIBIL score. civil score retrieval, all this started happening. Scams started happening through WhatsApp as well now nowadays. Swiggy is something which is popular, and also which I experienced recently is a FedEx courier.
Yes.
So I used to get personally a lot of calls of late in the month of March and April this year that there is a courier all over from France to Bangalore or US to Bangalore on your name, and there is they would not reveal the details what is there inside, but they would specifically say that it is in your name, it's coming from US to Bangalore, France to Bangalore, Switzerland to Bangalore, etc., etc. On various occasions, different locations, but the target location is the same. Uh, so definitely, when there are subsequent calls coming in, what you need to do is verify whether the phone number is actually from FedEx or not. What I did was I called up the actual FedEx customer care and said that I am getting calls from this number. Is it genuine? So that is when they said that it is not genuine. So when when somebody has to be aware, it has to be through common sense.
Yes, 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 absolutely.
Common sense.
I could not agree more because
Yeah.
I got a call from Pakistan because the number started +92. The
Okay.
moment I saw that one, I instantly blocked it. And though the phone is in my name, they have asked for my son because he
Mhm.
had given it for college admission or something. So they were like, Aditya Kannan hai kya? Like that, they started the conversation in Hindi. And if
Okay.
you notice one thing, sir, these
Yeah.
people don't use normal calls. They use only WhatsApp calls so that they can be safe. If it is
Yes.
a normal call, it can be traced.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it is from government agency, they will come in person. Why would they call and say that you are in a big soup? Huh?
Yeah.
As you
So
said, common sense, common
absolutely.
sense plays a major role.
Yeah. So whenever you get a call, definitely think twice before you reveal any of the details, personal details. Do not give blindly. Do not share your Aadhaar number or your name or your email address. Sometimes what happens, you might get a call wherein they tell you that you have won this or you are a privileged customer and you are allotted a credit card or you are allotted something, you have won a smartphone as a gift. So next question they would pop up is, do you want to retrieve the gift? You would say, definitely you would say yes as a common man,
Yes,
as a
yes,
selfish
even a free
being.
will though.
So the next question they ask you is, for that I need your details. Can you share your name? Name is something which they would not have. They would have the phone number as a list. They would retrieve from telecom department. They would retrieve from various other sources through internet or something. They would not have is your name. So the moment you reveal your name, your identity, 50% of your identity is revealed. Your name and phone number, you have got it. The next thing they ask is your email address. See, guys, email address, your phone number, your name is your personal details. Kindly do not share them unless it is absolutely necessary. Email address is somewhere you can use it for every login. Your social media platforms, your bank details are stored there. Your email. So kindly do not share these details with anybody unless until you trust them and you know what you're doing. The next part is your Aadhaar number. Aadhaar number or PAN number. Most of the banking related calls will ask you for PAN number and Aadhaar number. Kindly do not share them unless and until it is absolutely necessary and you know who you're dealing with. Madam, I've seen that PAN card is mostly asked during the credit card verification or when you're applying for a loan, when you're applying for any financial
Bank
infrastructure.
related,
Yeah, but
only
why do
bank related is asked for
why do you need a
PAN card.
Aadhaar card? Why do you need a PAN card if it is just an inquiry? If somebody is telling that
Yeah.
you have 1 million lottery, kindly share your PAN card and other card. I will transfer it to you. And people have blindly given it and they've lost money.
Yes, yes, yes. And they have lost in lakhs.
Wow.
I
Okay.
know a lot of people who have lost money, especially the old retired people who are at home. They have no
Yes.
clue how this is working. So I
Absolutely.
think, as you
Absolutely.
said from the beginning, we need to be mindful about who is calling and who is asking. It comes back to
Yeah.
that. The moment we have a caller, the caller starts directing our conscious mind. That is what happens basically. But a
Right.
lot of people don't understand that. It is like when
Correct.
you're watching a movie, somebody is crying on the scene. So sometimes, if you're a sensitive person, you start crying because the director wants us to cry so that
Right.
he's showing us a sad scene. This is
Yeah.
more or less. I would use this analogy because this is more or less the same,
Yeah.
because they catch you in a very vulnerable moment, especially when you are driving, or when you are rushing to office, when you are doing something important. That is
Yeah.
when these calls come, and
Correct.
they observe, they monitor their prey. That is what I would use, because they know like who is using so much of internet and all that. I
Yes.
think they know. I don't know how, but they know. They monitor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cybersecurity is all about that. Cyber phishing, cybercrime is all about that. These people target the right audience because they have been monitoring the actions they do on social media, the actions they do on internet for a longer time, say 10 days, 1 month, and they precisely know what time they would do what. So it will be easier for them to target, especially if a person is doing bank transaction every Monday at 9 a.m. So they precisely know that, okay, this guy logs into this particular bank site or he does this kind of a transaction on this time. So if I target this guy, I might be able to get some money from out of him. So that is when they start calling this guy at around 8:45 so that they will block the site and get some ransom out of it. So that's why you have a lot of wares coming into picture. You have the ransomwares, you have malwares added to your site. When you click on that particular link sent to you, ransomwares and the malwares are added to your laptop or your desktop, wherein any key any you know pad you touch on the keyboard gets captured. So the moment you type your password or your login credentials on a particular site, it gets captured on the receiver's end. That is when
Okay.
all your details are revealed and they steal money out of it. That's why cybercrime is very, very important and it should be curbed drastically. So for that, everybody has to be aware. Everybody has to be
Yes.
aware that such acts are happening and how to avoid, how to restrict it. And the most common method or most ideal method is to use common sense, used to be calm during such calls. Do not panic. The moment you panic, you're done. So be calm. Try to analyze, where am I? What am I doing? Why am I sharing these details to him? I don't even know him. He doesn't even know me personally. I don't even know him to share lot many personal details. Whether I do, whether I really need that product which he is selling me, think, analyze for a minute. It doesn't harm. He's going to wait for you. He's going to wait for you for 15, 20 minutes if you ask him to wait, right?
Yeah.
Be on mute. You ask him that, can I be on mute? He'll say, yes, please, mute lady, matadi, matadi. I can come back. He'll wait for you for 30 minutes. Think, talk to your husband, talk to your wife, talk to your friends, and ask them, okay, I have a call this way. I'm getting suspicious. Should I share the information? ಈ ತರ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ people, nobody would say no, I'll not help you. They would definitely help you. They'll try to contribute to you in such a way that you're not harmed at the end. Alva. So somewhere you alone should not take the decision. Share
Yes.
share this kind of calls with your friends and family. They might help you. They might help you to overcome these kind of situations in the future as well. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, we can stop getting scammed ourselves.
Yes. Absolutely.
ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಈ ತರ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ, ಇದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. games, online games ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Uh, uh, you also
Actually,
get.
my house son lost 60,000 rupees buying a game online for his friend.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So, um, she being a house help, she cannot, pay 60K, in one instant.
Mm-hmm.
So that was such a traumatic experience for her, and it was so hard for her to, come out of this.
Yes, absolutely.
So
So,
when you are having half-baked knowledge, you should not venture into buying stuff for others because you
correct.
get duped.
Yes, yes. And whenever you get duped, it is not 1 rupee. It's
Yeah,
always a bigger amount which you
huge.
cannot afford
Yes.
at that moment.
Yeah.
So that's why the
Uh,
target, and they ask you for ransom amount 50,000. I need 1 lakh in less than 30 minutes, less than 45 minutes. Give it to me, or else I'll sell the data to someone else. Or I have your photographs. I'll share that photographs with you. I have hacked your Facebook. I'll create random photos and images which people should not see. These are the kind of.
I'll post morphed pictures. That is what I think you are
Yes,
meaning by
yeah, I'm referring to
inappropriate
that.
pictures.
The mock
Yeah,
images. So there are a lot of threats that can come to you by the usage of internet. And if you do not use the internet wisely, it can make or break you. Not just
yes.
you, your family, your
Agree.
surrounding, your community, your society. So
Yes,
I generally request the parents and the kids to mindfully use internet, mindfully use smartphones, uh, and use it only when required. And don't use smartphones for everything. Ma'am, I've seen that people nowadays, with the advent of technology, people use smartphones for everything, even for financial transactions, for booking something over the smartphone, such as your air ticket, your uh, movie tickets, travel tickets. Everything are done online through smartphones. And smartphones, although they may have some kind of a security inbuilt, they do not have antivirus. They do not have malware bytes, malware restrictions in the smartphone built in, so that they can control the cybercrimes. So over the laptop, over the desktop, over a Mac, you do have some control mechanism. You have a firewall, you have antivirus built in, you have an antivirus which can be installed, that can definitely uh, restrict the what do you call that? Restrict the amount of damage it can cause. But in the smartphone, it's a small world, it's a small tool. You
yeah.
can't do so many things in a smartphone. So I would request the usage of the phones to be minimized to what it is meant to be, such as make calls, send emails, uh, s- text your friends,
Communication.
communicate.
Communication. Basically.
Communication. That's the ultimate thing we humans are blessed with. So use that for communication. You use it for taking photographs and images. That is fine. Videos as well. But banking transactions or anything to do with your money, or anything to do with your kids, especially when they're whatever they're watching over the internet, kindly ensure that you monitor the usage of the kids, uh, either on the laptop or on the mobile phone, and we can try to be uh, a better human in the days to come. Ma'am, do you want to add any other points to this? I think I left out the cybercrime or phishing, I would say. Phishing, do you want to add anything?
Phishing. Phishing, more than phishing, there is this thing called shoulder surfing, especially
Yeah.
when old people, when they use, Google password or something, there may be a person who is standing behind you and they will just peep and see what exactly you are using. Um, and they are likely to, benefit from this. So we should be mindful when we are, the end point is this: we have to be mindful and open minded when we are using a phone. We cannot,
Yeah.
be in another world when we are chatting over or when we are on the phone. We need to
Right.
be
Absolutely.
knowing what is happening around us. We should pay attention to that. And also, one more point which I would like to add here is when children, especially when they are going for long distance, when they are using cabs, they can actually send the tracking details to the parents so that the parent will be aware of where the taxi is, especially if they are going out, with friends to a movie or something and they are using the cab.
Yeah.
The net we should use in such a way that it is beneficial for us. And as I mentioned in the earlier episode, we have to remember that we are the master of our phones and we should not allow the mobile phones to be our master.
Yeah.
So that point I would like to reiterate. And if you want to bring any change in the society, I think as Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to bring in. So if you want, just inculcate some self discipline in using the phones. After 8, strictly no calls. Just keep the phone on the dining table in a basket so that your kids know that you are not using. Therefore, they will also start obeying. They will do it automatically because we teach by example. And as parent, we are, under observation 24/7, 365 days, all the time. So we need to be mindful about the habits. And if at all we want to bring the change in the society, we need to start that change with ourselves. And also, as Einstein said, I fear technology will surpass human interaction and the world will be full of a generation of idiots. This is what Albert Einstein said. I hope this does not come true. For that simple thing, just be mindful about any device you are using, not just phone, even the laptop, even any gadgets for that matter, so that you be safe.
Absolutely. Wonderful points to note, especially when you mentioned that we can become the future idiots. We are already idiots now by following such norms, by following the technology blindly without even thinking once. Forget that twice, just once. So I would like to end this conversation with you on this very, very interesting topic because cybersecurity, phishing, cybercrime, mobile scams are happening on a daily basis with all of us. Some are noticed, some are not. Some are hidden, some are confronted. But somewhere the awareness has to be shared. It has to be made aware that it is happening. It can happen with anybody, even though
Yeah,
you're an educated person, even though you may feel that okay, nothing can harm me, you may get scammed without your notice. So it can happen to anybody. It can happen to any person, even though you're a politician, you're a businessman, you're a policeman, you're IT professional or an academician. It can happen to anybody. So we just need to be mindful. We need to be aware of what we're doing at that particular moment whenever you're doing a transaction. And whenever you get such calls about cybercrime, phishing, just take a deep breath, think about it, whether whatever I'm doing, is it right, or should I share the information with that person, and then take the decision. Because the final decision is yours, not the person who is calling you or trying to scam you. You are the person who should decide whether he should scam you or not. Most
yes,
people,
yes, yes.
most people do not think about this aspect. I am giving
Yeah.
him the liberty to dictate me.
Two. Yes, yes.
So it's you.
No point in blaming. When you are blaming, you have to remember left hand thumbs rule. When you are pointing your finger at somebody, three fingers are pointing at you. You need to keep that in mind. Very well said, sir.
Absolutely. So that is one thing we should think. We all think that just because I have done my master's, I'm educated. No, it doesn't make you an educated person. Education is when you implement it in your daily life, right? So
Yes.
most people just blindly study and they work, but they do not implement whatever they have learned in their daily life. That's when there are chances of getting scammed. And there are people who genuinely know that they do not follow what they've studied. That's why they scam you. That's why
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
that's why they know that okay, this guy can be scammed because I don't think he follows what he studied.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people will scam you only if they know they can scam you.
Yes, yes, yes.
And you are the one who can stop it. With you, there will be 1,000 others who can stop this. And with
Yeah.
this 1,000, there can be a million others who can stop this. So one individual can stop cybercrime, and subsequently the entire community gets aware of this, and they can control the curve. They can curb this phishing cybercrime from happening in the days to come. Is what I would like to say. With this, I would like to end this wonderful conversation with you, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing this your knowledge and wisdom on this topic, and I hope the audience has found this relatable, because it can happen to anybody. They would have experienced this with their friends and family. Uh, and I hope they are able to note down the points which whatever we have discussed, and try to implement in their day-to-day life as well. And they can also create awareness on on the topic to their friends and family, so that they should not keep the knowledge with them. Share with others. They
Yeah.
can also learn something from about cybersecurity and how can we avoid it. Okay, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I would request you to subscribe for it, so that you can watch and learn a lot many topics like this, which I would like to bring in the coming future. If you have not yet watched my previous episodes on many other topics, kindly do watch, and it will help me as well. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming on the show, and it was great talking to you. And have a nice day.
Likewise, sir. Thank you so much for having me on the show. And it's okay to share a shameful story. There is nothing shameful about it. Actually, you are helping millions of people and you need to be aware of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, guys. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.